What's going on, y'all? KOTD Grand Prix, the North Side kicked off again today. I wanted to watch City versus Toms, but I was busy when that battle started. I didn't know it started, so I logged on to Twitch, and it was like the end of like City's second round. So I was like, damn, like I didn't watch enough. I only really got to watch like the third round for the most part. So I can't really comment on that. Fire from what I saw, but you know, Toms got the dub. Marvwon versus Charron, though, that is the one that I got to watch fully through, and that battle was pretty fire from both sides. In my opinion, I feel like it's very valid just off of how the judgment was and how close the fan votes for this were crazy close. It was like 51% in favor of Marv and then 49% for Charron. Like, that is crazy, ridiculously close. All the judges, it was split like 2-2 for Marv and Charron. In my opinion, it's a super debatable battle. I see why the ultimate vote got swung over in favor of Marv. I can also see why people want to argue in favor of Charron. At the end of the day, the only people that are tripping is anyone who tries to say 3-0 for anybody. There was nowhere near a 3-0 for either of them. To start off though, Marv won his first round. Was fire. Marv, this entire battle was very consistent with executing and laying out his angles. Like, he was just angling Charron every single round, and he was spitting quality. Instead of like trying to jam pack his rounds with like crazy amounts of raps and bars, he was, you know, obviously a little slower paced, but his setups for the angles that he took and the punches for the angles was very smoothly executed. First round was fire. Second round as well was fire. Second round, I think Marv was coming at him with like an autism angle for Charron being autistic versus Marvwon's brother, and basically the difference of how autistic Charron is on the spectrum versus Marvwon's, and not truly knowing like the autism struggle in the sense of where it can really get deep and affect a person's life more gravely than Charron has been, obviously. But yeah, Marv, for the first two rounds, yo, the angles were just fire. Execution of the angles were fire. The third for Marv, in my opinion, was he went more of he started off with like the black versus white angle, and then he held up a prop. He held up his little like handheld miniature mirror, and he was on some like look at yourself, king, like, you know, playing on that. But for me, the third round for Marv, like, he got through his material, but I felt as though it was a little bit more choppy at certain spots, and there were more dry moments for Marv. And even though he did use a cool creative prop, the execution for the prop wasn't quite there for me. Charron's first, and other people were saying this when I was watching as well, other people were agreeing at the fact that Charron was first round for sure was quality over quantity from Marv. Charron was trying to jam pack all these raps and rapping mad fast, quick delivery, but he wasn't like taking the time to set up the punch and the impact. Second round for Charron, I felt as though it was more of the first. However, he did pick up significantly in the latter part of his second round, and the second round ended like pretty fire. So the second round for me is where the battle becomes quite debatable. The first round, hands down for Marv. Third round, Charron was wigging in the third, wilding, hands down for Charron. But Marv's third was still good. And the second round is where it's real. That's the real toss-up for this one, man, because like I said, Marv with the autism angle and just like smooth quality execution versus Charron still spitting how he was spitting in the first, but you know, with better punches, better delivery on some of the punches and the bars that he had. Then he hit a couple of frees. That's the thing too, Charron, you already know he could freestyle. His freestyle ability that he just implemented in like the middle of the round, the end of the round, like certain parts where you're like, damn, now you're coming back with a rebuttal. That's impressive, you know. That's where the battle became very debatable. Ultimately though, fire, and I can't be mad at Marv getting the W. I couldn't even be mad if Charron got the W. This is one battle where I will say, like, Surf saying Surf is a reference for a lot of things, and I'm not even trying to use them, but it's just like the most recent reference. But Surf saying that, oh, I was already up 2-0 versus 40, so I could jersey out of the last round. This is actually a battle where I can say you can legit swing the battle based off of the first 2 rounds. So if you did have Marvwon up first 2 rounds, because he finished his 3rd round strong, it may not have been the strongest round of his 3, but because he finished strong, I can understand people swinging that in favor of Marv off of the first 2. You know what I'm saying? I still could never get on board of someone saying I'm up 2-0 for the first 2 and then I completely choke in my 3rd. I can never back that up, period. But this is one battle where I can say you can give it to Marvwon off for the first 2, and then the 3rd round Charron clear, but it was too little too late at the end. Fantastic battle at the end of the day. If Marv raps like this, in my opinion, with a 3rd round that just has that hits a little bit harder, he's gonna be very, very hard to beat. We already know Marv is a vet. He's one of the unsung legends in a sense. A lot of people like to self-proclaim themselves as legends in battle rap. Marv should definitely be doing that himself because he's putting in mad work over the years to do that. Don't even have to mention him battling Eminem and all the other stuff like that. But he's one of the unsung and underappreciated veterans of the sport. He definitely has potential to really put in some work later on. I think there's like in the next round of the tournament. Gotta see what happens, but congrats Marv, fantastic work. Charron, salute to you, it was a great battle. See what happens next week.